We can go to Max Homer now. He's playing with Rory McIlroy, and they both have birdie putts here at 9, Jamie.
Yeah, good chances for both of them. They don't do much either, both of these. McIlroy's had quite a few of these putts, as Homer has had. Well, there's no real definitive break. You just got a sort of little feel it's this way or the other. And for Homer's, I feel this is just a little bit off the right. You're always looking for a break, at least I am when I go on the green, you know. I like to see a definite break, and I haven't seen much in the putts they've had today, so they're quite subtle. Huge reception for both these players coming to this 9th green.
Many people think that Homer has a major championship on the near horizon. Such a good player, playing with a lot of confidence nowadays.
Fleetwood just going to ease it down there for position at the short par 4/4, and that's not a very friendly bounce. Makes such a difference when you're in the wet semi-rough compared to a nice tight lie.
Well, he's overdue, isn't he, McIlroy? No doubt about it. Last putt he hole was on the 3rd, and that was only from about 6 feet. 2 putt for birdie on 5, and since then they've come close, but no joy. He's 3 under, he's got this to go 4 under at the turn. Again, I can't see much in this. I thought it might go a bit left or right.
Jamie, do you think these straightish putts are more difficult?
100%. Okay.
You know, the straight putts are difficult for a couple different reasons, because you want to see break and you question that you're not seeing something. And if you have to aim a putt straight, you're only dealing with half of the margin of error because you're aiming in the middle of the hole. You always want a breaking putt.
Spieth has learnt to become an exceptional lag putter, because basically he really doesn't like the 2 to 3 footers. It's 139th on tour, strokes going to that range.
That is outside the circle of friendship with him.
Definitely.
Harman at 4. Got these little twitches, hasn't he?
That was the weak one out to the left. For a lefty, the righty, obviously, it's the weak one out to the right. And that does not instill confidence, Tony.
No, really doesn't. It's just an iron for position, and you've got to hit fairway with that.
Yeah, it's a slightly nervy start, isn't it, for Brian Harman? Perhaps no surprise. Cam Young, for his part, to remain at 4 under. Oh, that'll annoy him. Amazing how quickly he's adjusted to links golf, though, isn't it? Made his debut last year at St Andrews, finished 2nd after a closing round of 65. Here he is again in the mix.
Well, very powerful player, and when you have power, you can always dial it back. But if you don't, it's not there. And links golf, as Dietrich putts for birdie at 16 to get to 3 under par. Wonderful putt from the Belgian. If you have the power, then all of a sudden on those long holes that might be narrow, you can take the iron out there, play a little safety shot. It's a big advantage.
Here is the putt then. There you go.
And that is more often than not his miss. Left.
So that's going to be a backward step for Jordan Spieth, who won the Open at Royal Birkdale, which is not too far away from here, with a spectacular finish. Now, leader Brian Harman does look a little bit jittery in the early stages. McIlroy into the back 9.
Yeah, tees up 484, just that driving iron again, that's all he needs here. That low stinger. Heading her a little bit right, needs some help.
Oh, he's got it too. Wow. That is a good break.
Certainly is. With that front hole location at 10. You don't want to be coming out of the rough. So he'll probably have to hit that past the hole. 2nd to 5 for Day with the hybrid club.
He's got that right out the toe, out the snout. By his standards, that is... Actually, that's just gruesome.
That's amazing. Easily knock it on the green. Harman ready to go out of the left rough.
Interesting one, Jay. Right next to a huge divot, but he's actually up against quite a nasty tough. So 158, I like 9 iron just in case it jumps. It is a pin that you can definitely run towards this back right. It's quite flat on top.
You would think, just trying to thread it between the bunkers. And he did get a flyer.
But Tony, that's a terrible miss. You don't go over that green. You mistake towards the front edge, not at all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if just that, if he started, he just felt a little bit pressured to be a bit more aggressive. The swing was good, strike was good, but no control out the rough, as you said earlier, Jay.
You agree with that? Yep. I love it, and you just hit it normal on the decent. Isn't that the pin, yeah? Winds up the right side.
Yeah, that was a mistake. There was no chance of him going long there. That was a poor one from Harman. 156. Tommy Fleetwood shouldn't make the same mistake. It's a good line.
Some sort of wedge for Fleetwood.
That's the shot. You land it well short. If it releases out the way Tommy's did, great. If it doesn't, you know, you can't attack that back pin from anything but the fairway. And even attacking it from the fairway is dicey.
Tom Kim. Wow. He's been a refreshing addition to the game of golf. Beautifully holed. He's got something, this young man, hasn't he? Effervescent, bubbly. Always got a smile on his face. You can't help but enjoy watching him.
Well, after that awful second, Jason Day from the rough at the par 5 fifth.
And a bit of a wicked lie here. The hole cut. Only 14 on, 5 from the left edge. That angle he's coming in, that front left bunker shouldn't be in play, but so difficult to judge the distance here, both on the carry and the rollout. You have to assume, Tony, it's going to release. That one didn't.
Nope. Just a tiny little false front there, and it's just absolutely died on him. The second shot was the issue. Really expected him to just blast that in the middle of the green.
All ball teed down here for Cam Young at the 8th.
Yeah, I like this play. He did this at 18 yesterday too, and it tends to take the wide miss out of play. And you know what? That's the thing. He missed it, but it goes straight with teeing it low. I mean, that was really a good thing to do because all the trouble on 8 is left.
Over the back of 4 then. Brian Harman, look at him walking up the slope. And we have got the overhead camera view, of course. It's a lot steeper than it looks on that screen, Anthony.
Good 5 feet. And the thing I don't like about this is it's obviously newly turfed in the last year or so. The grass is quite thick into him on that downslope. So this needs to be struck, I think, pretty cleanly. Otherwise he could catch that upslope and fall back to his feet. Hand on hips, I can see why. This is tricky.
It's never a good sign, is it?
Not when you're a good chipper, no.
Thinking about this, he put on some exhibition of short game skills yesterday. Whoa, this is going to test him, Wally.
I almost feel like you want 9 iron here, even off the downslope, Tony. You don't want wedge sand iron. You want to deal off this as much as possible. Just to guarantee the run up the green.
Well, Anthony, is much so because of the rain, the softer conditions. Absolutely.
I don't want to see the wedge pitching at the top on one bounce, because that could easily stick.
So. And with Worley, would have like less loft.
Ball above his feet here for McIlroy. Second shot to 10, 5-iron from 227. He's got to launch this as high as he possibly can.
Light the candle!
He was not messing with the bunker, was he?
No, as long as he doesn't roll down into a terrible lie, that is way better than taking a direct line and possibly coming up in that bunker. Rory, out of position off the tee, played a smart shot.
So back to the fourth, and Tommy Fleetwood has this putt for birdie. We could see a two-shot swing here.
Yeah, there's a little bit in this. This is quite hard to read.
Once again, the rain begins to fall as we go to Jordan Spieth at the 8th.
Flag just 9 on, 9 off the right, and he absolutely hates it. You know, it's not that bad a shot, but it just shows how badly he wants to attack. Try and put pressure on the pack, roll in some birdies, get it moving.
He's level par at the moment out there today. Is Jordan Spieth. This could be a nice move for Shubhankar Sharma for eagle at 5.
Look at it come off that slope on the left fringe. That bunker influences that putt. Hello. And you know what? He's a big event player.
Powered it through the break. Fleetwood gave him nothing on this.
For Brian Harman. The 2 over through the first 4 holes. He's back to 8 under. The lead is now 2.
So John Rahm is looking very good right now in the clubhouse, watching.
It's a whole different tournament already.
Right now, after that miss, 100%.
Jason Day really would have been expecting this for an eagle off that drive, but oh, how about that? Thank you for the line, Shubhankar.
That's amazing. 4 foot of break and follows him right in.
Straight in, dead center, both of them, and that is a bonus birdie because it was a bit shabby.
After a less than perfect tee shot, although it was a straight one, Cam Young second at 8.
That'll be perfect.
Oh. It's amazing these guys, look at that. When it comes off the club face, they can, if you freeze framed it, they could tell you to within a yard of how far it's gone.
I bent my legs.
Up ahead to Victor Hovland, who's got an eagle putt. This at the 15th.
And if this were to go in, outside chance, he's in the conversation. He would get him to 5 under par, and the old saying, right street, wrong address. That was right on line. 2 more rolls was all that one took.
He'll make his birdie. We'll go to the man he played in the final 2 ball with last year at St Andrews, McIlroy.
Got a good lie. Needs it though for the shot up this bank. Needs some check.
A McIlroy special right there. That was a difficult shot. That is way below the level of the green.
Got a game on here.
Fleetwood driver. You turn this corner, all of a sudden you know you're an Open Championship. People everywhere.
Looks like it went in the first of the two bunkers up the right at the fifth, and that is an outsideways job.
Jordan Spieth up the little ridge. That's more like the Spieth pace. Dead weights them better than anyone else, I think, in the world. But the disappointment will be visible here.
Self-inflicted, this pressure on Harman. That was a bad mistake at the last. He knows what he's doing though, he just needs to settle down. But these conditions, it's turned again, it's raining, it's hard out here. The crowds are boisterous. He needs to settle, hit some fairways and greens and build once more. Otherwise this round will get away from him.
A good looking tee shot. Just what he needed. Chance to pick up a birdie, not a long hitter, but a reachable par 5. You know, Tony, this is going to be out of left field, but these guys are all wearing these synthetic fabrics and everything. It's a day you want wool or cashmere. When it gets wet, it keeps you warm.
I would agree with that. Sharma. Okay.
Saw the approach, and this is a birdie putt for Cam Young. So he moves it to 4 under, and he's in there as well, isn't he? 4 behind our leader Harman. 6 times a runner-up on the PGA Tour, Brian Harman. One of those, of course, last year at St Andrews in the Open. So Harman in the fairway at 5. He'll be relieved about that, but 2 early bogeys has seen him slip back to 8 under par. John Rahm with a round of 63 already in the clubhouse at 6 under. Fleetwood alongside him. Sharma with the eagle at 5, getting to 5 under par. Matt Fitzpatrick's round in 67.
Cam Young. And this wind has been doing some strange things. An hour ago it seemed to be in transition, switching, but it's just a dart. What a shot.
You know, Tony, a moment ago we saw on 10 green, the lens on the camera pointing down the hole had rain on it. It should have been coming from the other direction.
It is doing some strange things. Day. Oof. Needs to get a bit of distance on it, but that deep, steep lip. He's taken a lot of sand and going to get it to run out. Yeah, he's done really well. Anytime you're in one of these bunkers, your heart is in your mouth.
Also difficult to get it up on that little ledge. The pin's cut just on top. Spieth. Ideally, you want to play a little draw to this left hole location. It's a brave man that does with that bunker guarding the hole. Two excellent shots from Young and Spieth at 9. A kick-in birdie for Young.
McIlroy. The iron again. At 11. Short par 4. Get this on the fairway, it's going to be a wedge.
Wow, he hits an iron up on the ridge. That's a long iron, even for McIlroy. He's going to have a great view. Normally you hit iron off the tee on 11. If you're down below the ridge, it's a blind shot.
to the par 5 fifth, and Sepp Straka. This is a birdie putt for the Austrian. Should be another par. He's one over at the moment, Straka.
Sharma hold an absolute monster on 5. No reason you can't do it twice in a row. No rule against it. Not gonna get there, is it? No. Amazing. You just get these tiny little downpours every now and then, and suddenly for a hole or two the pace of the green changes.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood avoided the fairway bunker here at the 5th. He now looks to be in pretty good shape. He's got the driver in hand here.
Yeah, a couple of mini drivers, one off the tee, one off the second shot. 267. There's not loads of hurt in this, it's just the air quality. It's damp out here, it's drizzling. He's on a lovely little launch pad. That's probably why the mini driver's been employed, because this should zip off the turf and have quite a soft flight. Last week it was almost too much for him. Changed back to 3-wood, so this has got more in this.
Not the worst place to be, that's for sure.
Not many can play a high driver off the deck like Fleetwood did. Par putt for Day at the 6th to remain 5 under and within 3 of the lead. Resurgent, been off the boil for a couple of years, has won recently. Harman.
He just sort of cut the corner a little bit. Good tee shot, 242, so a lot nearer. Quite a long green. It's not the widest, coming slightly across this, and needs to favour the right, I would say.
Be nice to see him get one back. Well done, but it has got steam on it. Settle. Well, that drive and that second shot are going to make him feel so much better.
That's a tough putt from distance, even for his quality, because of that rain. The moisture on the green now makes judging that pace so much more difficult.
So the tee shot of Jordan Spieth at number 9, so this is for a 2. Had a lot of luck on the green so far. That continues. Almost certain birdie there for Cameron Young.
Raining pretty good right now. I'm surprised some of these guys haven't put on the waterproofs.
Up ahead to the 16th, and Victor Hovland has found the fairway, so first part of the job done.
And a right hole location fits Hovland's ball shape very nicely. It did. That's a good shot. Tough hole location up there in that ridge in the back right, above the ridge in the back right.
211 and a McIlroy. Jamie.
From the perfect spot from McIlroy, 155 into slightly, but mainly across off the left. It's a 9-9. It's a good one. Just trying to draw it into this left-hand pin.
Just fanned it out right. By his standards, pretty poor. Swing always looks a thing of beauty. I'm very surprised with this heavy rain. No rain jacket, no sweater, no, eventually it's not warm out there. Your back can get cold, that can make a difference.
That's the birdie at 8. It's a birdie at 9 for Cameron Young. So good front 9, 3 under to the turn, and 5 under for the championship. They are beginning to line up, aren't they, behind Brian Harman. They sniff their opportunity. as the leader falters somewhat. Wonderful round from John Rahm earlier today, a 63. Terrific stuff too from Alex Fitzpatrick. What an afternoon at Royal Liverpool. Nikolai Højgaard, he did get it going out there. He's just fallen back a little now. Still 3 under par, very much in contention. Matsuyama, the 2021 Masters champion. Nice to see him back on a major championship leaderboard and playing nicely again. Now that looks very murky, doesn't it, out at 6.
Only 2 players over par and the leading 22 players. Stracker 1 over, Harmon 2 over. Wow, that is belting down now.
It is pouring down off the upslope. Sitting down just a fraction for Fleetwood. It's almost a bit skiddy, this one, on the downslope. I think this will get a mover once it hits the green.
It's okay, he read it well, just underhit it a tiny bit.
To the 10th tee, and Cam Young.
Well, with less than driver's tee, they've moved up 20 yards, expecting the wind to be in the player's face today. It was in the player's face earlier today. It was a late change to the setup. And now the wind is going back to the direction it was the first 2 days, into the wind and left to right, coming in. So into the wind, or helping wind right to left at 10.
Hovland, good second into 16, getting it up on the correct tier. Right in the jaws.
That would have made you really happy in your day, Tony.
Yeah, just send me the fine. Tell me how much I owe.
He's got a good temperament for a golfer, though, hasn't he, Victor Hovland?
McIlroy has put on some type of waterproof jacket and the umbrella, embracing the conditions, Jamie.
Yeah, but it's just eased off again, thankfully. Just that light, miserly rain that just gets everywhere, but it's just died down now, and he's just gone through a little bit of a flat spot. McIlroy. It's very important, these just a 2-part move on. It's not going to do you any harm. Big leaderboard right behind him. He knows the situation. There's a long way to go in this tournament. No need to rush. It's pretty straight this up the hill.
Oh, that'll get your attention.
First real misstep today from Rory McIlroy. It's been plain sailing to this point. To 5, and Harmon, remember, from distance, it is an eagle putt.
Oh, what a fantastic effort that is. And he desperately needed a birdie. Yeah, just a hint of smile, that'll settle things down.
Tee shot at 10 for Spieth. Two with less than driver. They're all afraid of running out through the fairway into those mounds in the right center. Left side is much better on the angle, and that's just coming to rest in a sprinkler head. No big deal. Simple drop out.
Tommy Fleetwood, Brian Harmon has tapped in for his birdie. He's gone to 9 under, so Fleetwood to keep the gap at 2.
Yeah, that was a left to right swinger. He just hit it through the break. It was not an easy putt.
really feel like a good opportunity missed.
Just a par for Fleetwood. Stays alongside Ryan and assures second place. Harman will feel a little easier. Par putt for McIlroy, meanwhile, at 11.
That was a really good stroke, a confident stroke. And McIlroy fans will love to see that one. Rory doesn't like it because he didn't give himself a birdie opportunity. But he'll gain confidence from that whole par putt. You know, I don't think I would want to, you know, do the hand touch, Tony. You never know if they've been eating greasy chips or something. Then it gets on your grips.
I have to admit I'm with you. It's not for me either. It wouldn't be for me.
Oh, I think the gesture is great.
He's a friendly man, not like us. Sharma, 231 to go into the 7th. Oh, man, I tell you what, that was a good shot too. That was a foot too far left from... It was on the road to be superb.
I'll tell you, we'll be excited. Chief Milk Singh, they come from the same part of India. Lost its way.
What a beautiful pheasant. That is just absolutely gorgeous. And the problem is all these people out here watching golf are where he would normally be hanging out.
Well, this is different for Day. With a metalwood out of the wet grass. Turns out it was a good choice and really well played.
That's a great lead from a difficult position for sure. Straka for par, just outside of 5 feet. Well hold. 3's a good score at 6.
Truly brilliant green at 6, this par 3. I think it's a magnificent design. There's a ledge that runs from left to right across it. You try and get too cute on the left, you have a awful bunker shot left.
You like this? I do.
Just a wee bit in between, I think, really, for Harman. That's why he's taking a little bit longer. I don't believe 6 gets there. I think he's going to have to hit 5. You don't want to go long, but there is a little bit there today. If he runs over the edge, it's not that bad. Just got to pitch this up on top. I just like favouring the right side, quite frankly. There is a bank there, it will camber round.
Excellent shot from Harman.
McIlroy with the big stick at 12.
Asking for this to move right a bit. It's going to get stuck into that left rough. Won't have much in, but not much control on the ball next.
That was 6 for Harman. This is 7 for Fleetwood. Just a chippy one. He can carry the ridge.
Dead on line. they love it. Just love it. Spieth has played through the back of the green. Cam Young next up. Good shot. It's a perfect to his caddy. Wasn't far off, was it? Great shot.
Hovland now on 17. He's asking it to sit. He's spinning back towards the hole. Good shot from Hovland.
We saw a day come to this point short right of the green at 7 out of the rough.
Another green there. He sent that a long way up the green with that lovely little check up. Stone dead.
Thomas Dietrich. Can this be his final shot of the day?
It's going to have to fall. They'll have to drop.
How did that not?
I could see all my Belgian friends in clubhouses standing up from their chairs, because what a finish that would have been for Dietrich today. Well, you get your 10 seconds, but you don't get any more than that.
He's acting like it's actually moving. Sometimes they move for a long time. Unfortunately, in golf, they all count the same. Good round for Thomas Dietrich. 67, 3 under par, and he's in the conversation for the weekend.
Sharma unlucky to catch this bunker off a good second shot. Far enough back from the lip for it not to be an issue. Pretty decent bunker shot. That's a better view of what you face every time you go in one of these.
Jordan Spieth on 10 for birdie. Outside chance. It's going to move right a bit now. Just a good pace, good speed, just a bit wide. Solid par.
We saw the Hovland tee shot. Can he convert for birdie?
Needs to stay up. Needed a bit more.
Tap that in to remain 4 under for the day and head to the 18th.
Real outside chance for Harman. Just short of the ledge. It should almost go a little bit left to right, I think, on top. Couldn't really read this. I think just pace this one, give it a go.
Great try from Harman, wasn't far off, making 2 on 6.
Sharma now for his par. Nice, having an excellent day.
Young for birdie at the 10th. To tie for second, stays out on the right side.
Here we are on 12th. McIlroy, good play down the left. Takes out all the trouble down the right in the bunkers, 130 yards, just a wedge. Lies okay. Pin in the middle.
on 12, the right. It's a bit of a foot fault there. I know it's coming from the rough, but got to make sure it doesn't go down on the right of that 12th green.
To Fleetwood. Birdie putt up the little ridge. It's right to left in it.
He was interested for a long time. That's a good 3 at the 6 for Fleetwood. Remains tied for second with Rahm, who's nicely in the clubhouse after that 63, not having to endure the afternoon rains here at Royal Liverpool. Crowd just cheering Tommy Fleetwood on, who's from just down the coast in Southport, not far away. He would certainly be a very popular winner here. There he is. Fleetwood was in second by 5 overnight. He trails by 4 at the moment alongside Rahm. They're all chasing the American Brian Harman. Some great rounds early. Fitzpatrick, M, 67s from Fowler and Cantlay as well. Great scoring. I think the overnight rains and morning rains softened up the golf course enough. Ryan Fox, a nice 69, as well as for Brian Todd, JT Poston. A lot of 71s, and those, even in the softer conditions, are great rounds today. Such a difficult golf course. If you're off just a little bit, this golf course will take its toll for sure. Thurston Lawrence 3 over through 11. That's just a perfect example. It's a golf course, if you're playing well, you can take it on. McIlroy ready to go from right of 12.
Yeah, tight lie here for Rory up the bank. Difficult shot, this one. You've got to make your mind up what you're going to do with it. Then it's downhill a bit to the pin. Tough one here for Rory. Yeah, it's just settling down. You've got to get a shot in your head. He's going to come off live off this lie. He's just trying to open the face up, trying to get some spin. He's having another look. What's the pitch at about 4 or 5 on? That's a slight upslope. Just now, should just kill it, but that's easier said than done from this tight, wet lie.
He expected better. We expected better. Just really dug in, didn't it? From down there, I suppose you would expect it to skip a little bit, but he used a lot of loft and a very wide open club face. I think the strike was perfect, just didn't hit it hard enough. As simple as that.
Harman on the 7th hole. Went off the left with driver. Might stay left a bit. Finds the long grass. It's going to make the second shot very complicated for Harman there. Now this can go a long way, I think.
He's got it teed right down again. Look how much of the club face you can see above that ball.
All right. All right.
And that, the idea of that is get it, tee it down low, maybe get a little less side spin on, keep it straighter, but he has not. Oof, he's got really lucky there. Really lucky.
He has, indeed. Hovland, 18. Like since it started raining, we're starting to see the level of the shots dropping down a little bit, just to give you an idea of how annoying it is for the players now out there on the course.
That was a brilliant tee shot on a very intimidating 18th hole.
important putt from McIlroy. This is all down to that weak shot with a wedge, really. I mean, it's a pretty generous target, that green, from 130 yards. But pop this one in, and all will be forgiven and forgotten.
And that's disappointing, as you said. It wasn't the greatest of lies, as Jamie told us, but to miss it wide like that. Little kicking himself. First bogey of the day, drops him back to 3 under par, and he got off to such a great start, hitting so many close iron shots. Tee shot for Fleetwood at 7.
Okay. Another 6 inches or 8 inches left. That can get a little nasty. It's not ideal, but it's okay.
Now Jason Day on 8. Flagged is just behind that bunker on the right hand side there. Might have come over the top of that a little bit. Finds a short left bunker. It's just the shots have been a lot harder in the last 30 minutes. You know, we didn't see shots like that for the last couple hours in the dry. But in the wet, it's made it a lot more difficult.
Wet balls, wet club faces, wet grass. Stracker trying to save par. Oh, hello. And does. What a great putt that is.
Huge putt. He's done a lot of hard work. Straka playing in the penultimate group. No birdies today. Lone bogey at the 4th.
Now, Sharma's turn on 8.
You're right.
The caddy likes it. That's a shame. Just a little deep, but a very fine shot by the Indian player.
We saw the great tee shot, Tony, from Hovland on 18. He's taking it on.
And nailed it too, hasn't he? 615 yards, though. He's still got a full blast with a 3 metal to get home. Flag up, back right.
Right. Kick right.
If he's there, it's long, it's thick, it's wet. That is tough to control.
Harman on second, 216 to the hole. I don't really think he has much choice here. Now, we got a little bit lucky there. You could have easily left that in that long grass.
We saw Young miss it right off the tee at 11. Got a good break.
Good. Into the wind, into the rain. Catch a good break off the tee. 3 feet for birdie.
13th tee, and McIlroy needs a bounce back. He's got a chance as well, because this is the easiest pin of the week on this green. There's a lot of noise on this golf course, as you can imagine. 185. I've got to think 7-iron. It's a big one, though. I think 6 is a bit fiddly for McIlroy. Homer's just come up short in the bunker. So that's given him a good idea of the club.
Okay, that'll do. So this Harry Colt designed green. He sits at a very awkward angle from right to left.
Unsighted. A little bit frustrated with himself there. He can't see that the ball's on the green. He should know from the crowd reaction. Certainly not.
The first cut. And I can probably find the right hand side there. Stays in the short stuff. You'll have loads of green in there. A lot of different possibilities to get this up and down for Fleetwood.
Jason Day. Half plugged. It's going to come out running, and that is beautifully judged. Especially out the wet sand. That makes it so much tougher.
Ah, that looks like Antoine Rosner, the Frenchman, from 15, third shot. Just missed the bunker. Is he going to have a chance? Hello, hello. An eagle 3 for the Frenchman.
Rosner to 3 under on the day and 4 under for the championship. He is right in there, just off the first mini leaderboard on the right side of the screen.
Spieth. Birdie chance at 11. And another misread, I think.
Harmon, he's a good 25 yards short. Pin's on about 25. He's going to have to carry the left-hand bunkers. It will kick left to right. It was a decent shot. It was a heavy, wet lie. It wasn't great. But when you've dropped a couple of shots, these are difficult back pins. You've got to go searching for this. Just needs that sort of skiddy help once it hits the deck. Otherwise it will pull up 15 short.
A delight to behold. Shubanka Sharma. Oh, it's on a good line. Shooty. Such a beautifully mannered man. Very well spoken and smart.
Cameron Young for birdie on 11. That's a shame. After such a good second shot, shame.
13th green, McIlroy. Just gone off the boil a little since that fast start.
Yeah, just going across the green from length, 40 feet. What a time it would be for McIlroy to hole a long one.
It's a super putt to scare it from that range and leave yourself a tap-in. That'll do.
A little pitch here from Tommy Fleetwood. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful from Tommy Fleetwood. Be a par.
Day. Oh, that looks to be going. Par-3/9. Is it bunker? No, it's not. It was hiding behind a Harmony leaderboard. That's a bonus. Better than being in the sand. He's already experienced that on the previous hole.
That's a tough little bank he's got to go up. Hovland, his third at the 18th from a difficult angle. Good news is, the hole's cut in the back of the green. Plenty to work with.
How soft is that? I would expect that to release a bit more.
Harmon for his par. Big putt for him. And very positively done. You know, he's just got to keep telling himself, oh, I haven't had a great start today, but hey, I'm in control. I'm 3 ahead.
The 14th, and nicely done. What a great story. You got the honor of hitting the first tee shot on Thursday morning. Oh, that's just great stuff from George. under. 1 over par on the day, even par for the championship, and what a fantastic week. Just fairy tale stuff.
Hovland. Trying to finish with a birdie on 18.
Sixth birdie of the day for the Norwegian. Lone bogey at the second. That's a round of 66, and Hovland is in the clubhouse, one behind Rahm at 5 under par. Work well done, and there he is, tied for 4th alongside Young, Sharma, and Day, but they're all chasing the overnight leader, Harman, who's dropped a shot but still has a 3-shot lead in the 3rd round of the Open Championship.